Hello, welcome in. I'm going to do the pile selection as well as the collective first. So if you want to go straight to the normal piles, you can click at the button of the time stamp. Why is it called a stamp? A stamp in time. It's kind of cool. Which will be in the description box or comments, as per usual. Oh, scratch. Okay, I'm like scraping off a tiny bit of blackness from my from my desk, so there could be something about clearing, but it feels like a tiny clear, or it's like kind of fun. So it could be more about like sketching, but sketching through as opposed to like drawing on with pencil. It's like the whole thing is marked and you're taking away to draw. You're drawing your forwards, or you're drawing your creation yourself through what you're not accepting or what you're not aligned with. It's feeling very clear-cut and very easy, or not necessarily easy, just kind of fun or kind of satisfying. I think that's the best word, satisfying. I also want to note that I have some heart, what do you call those? Maxwells in my, Maxwells. That's making me think of, okay, this is why, because I was like, why am I saying this? It just doesn't feel right. I heard Maxwell when I said that. Let's get cards for the collective. I thought I was gonna get the piles, but we might as well just have some cards as I speak. Maxwell, and that name just makes me think of Nintendogs, a game on the Nintendo. Wait, it's not called the Nintendo, is it? The Nintendo, DSi XL, that's what, that's the specific one that I was thinking of. We've got two. One was like chosen and the other one came out with it. I love that it's spider that came out. It's kind of like telling a story. Yeah, there's something of storytelling, and Black Jaguar is the focus. And this is giving me that image, and Beetle at the back, that kind of like earthing, like scraping away, clearing energy, but like intense clearing. Yeah, there's an intensity to all three of these. Very dark energy, like a potent feminine energy. And there's like a drawing or intention with each, because with spider you can also think of weaving. And I've been drawn back to that Maxwell. It was like one of the presets in that game. It's like a game of taking care of dogs. It's like Daisy, Maxwell, and what's the other one? I feel like there were 3 preset names or something. Or maybe my brother just always used to call his dogs Maxwell. I'm pretty sure it was a preset. I just have the image of like his favorite chihuahua that he would get like the same one over and over or something. I don't know. So there could be something about reiteration, or that was giving the message of doing the same as the collective, like choosing the same thing as what everyone else is choosing. I feel like there's an illumination of that. And this is also showing me, it's like these two are opposites, but they're exactly the same. Yeah, you may be connecting with energies within yourself, or you may be in support, is what I heard, or you may be feeling or connecting with others who are like doing it with the same goal but from 2 different parts. It's like one of you is the masculine and one is the feminine, in that one of you creates, one of you is about the new, and one of you takes off. One of you, it's harder to see that one, and I think that's the point. That one is the feminine is the aspect of yourself, or the other who is the representing the feminine energy is hard to understand, but it's kind of like there's already an understanding of it, or of them, of this energy, but it's what the attention has been drawn to, but it's also the part that slipped in. It's the part of the puzzle that made itself known on its own. You may have been feeling like you were choosing one thing, but then you were presented with something else that's very complementary to you. Some of you are also going through something of like a an awakening, like because of your focus on something that you're creating, or possibly something that you're taking away. But there's like a directness. Because of your directness, you have like highlighted the opposite within yourself or within your life. And it's so hard to understand, because I keep feeling like I get it, but then when I look at it to say something, or to say the thing that I was getting, I can't see it anymore. I can't express it anymore. It's like only in the peripheral can I see this. So there could be something very subconscious that's going on for you. It could be a fear. It could be a fear of all the parts of yourself that are being connected together. It's like this newness that you're bringing in intentionally, because there feels like an intentional freedom, an intentional, it's that duality of both like scraping off, but it's like scraping off your future, or like scraping off is what creates the future that you want, or the present that you want. It's what creates. And see this, I'm smudging more, I'm finding more to get rid of. There's like I heard the phrase like a mountain of something. I didn't hear that part. And I feel like there's that reiteration again of, it's like the first part you get, and then the second part is a subconscious thing. So some of you may be trying to understand a part of your reality or yourself or another that doesn't really need to be understood, because the very nature of it is elusive, or the very nature of it is subconscious. There's something that's going on beneath the surface for you. And I want to say that it's very much in tandem with what you're consciously choosing. Yeah. Your conscious life is being reflected in your subconscious life. And I definitely want to say it feels very supportive. It feels like they're working in harmony. And there's also a lot about other worlds, like Black Jaguar makes me think of like a very, very grounded essence, but it's got that like such like the heaviest of the heavy, but also it's able to see through that because of how heavy it is. It's like a divine masculine energy that's so connected to the masculinity that it is feminine, that it reaches the feminine. Yeah, there's a message of, you can only reach the feminine or the subconscious. You can only reach the feminine energy through the masculine energy. Yeah. Yeah, the masculine energy is pointing towards the feminine. The feminine seems somewhat protected too, which is like the feeling of feminine energy. It's like it's in its own world. It's like the spider is behind and the web is what's kind of covering it. Whereas the black jaguar feels more out in the open, and more like we're not really seeing the jaguar itself, but we're seeing what it sees. We're seeing the horizon, we're seeing the direction, we're seeing the progress, the reflection. Yeah, it's that energy of like mirror, and that's what you're recognizing, the mirror part, the part that is the vision, and the part that is not being fully recognized, which is completely okay, is the part that draws in, the part that is intangible. there's so much working with you. So much working with you at this time. I want to get a couple cards to see if there's another particular energy that wants to be expressed as an element of what is working with you. Let's move these up a bit. It could be something about flight. Hey, look at that masculine energy. Masculine energy is working with you. This is kind of the image of the black jaguar I was trying to get at, with like the lowest of the low, because it's like the masculine energy you've been embodying hasn't just been at the like the obvious. It's like you embody the full spectrum of masculinity, which allows you to kind of go from the tip, is what I'm seeing, is like everyone would experience this part of their masculinity, and then you draw it right down to the root. And because you've reached the root, it's able to then reflect out. And that's why it's like you don't just see this realm, but you see the entirety of what this realm really represents. You see another realm, or you see the realm within this realm. It's like a understanding. That's what I meant. Like, it's the tapping into the feminine because of the level of like mature masculinity. And yeah, I'm scraping away more. You may have been letting go or setting up boundaries. And I was kind of saying that like the feminine part felt protected, and maybe that is very much what the masculine in its element is talking about. It's like the feminine is able to exist now because the masculine is providing the space. Yeah, there's something about that very strongly. If you resonate with this being someone else, either party, it's like the masculine is providing that safety net, that safety web for the spider to exist in. And if this is two parts within yourself, then it's, you feel like you're able to be soft and receiving and in flow, and you're able to let go and not be looking anywhere, able to just exist because of the safety net that you have built for yourself, because of your degree of protection, your degree of like innate like deserving of that feminine energy is what I'm feeling. It's like you recognize that you, like, either way, in which way this is being expressed, the feminine part is being valued, and so the masculine chooses to exist because the feminine part is being valued. And with that, it could be healing Pluto wounds for you, because this is it's very Plutonic. Also, Persephone could be an asteroid or a deity that you want to feel into, connect with, or that would just reflect this energy. Okay. Any other energies that are consciously helping or supporting? We have Arcturians and Andromeda. Actually, I want to get another. Should I move that candle so there's light coming into the masculine part? Wait, what if we put the masculine up there and the candle down here? It kind of feels weird, but I'm going for it. Hey, this is in shot. I thought it wasn't. So something that was actually in view, that, yeah, it's like a part of you that is now in view, is now able to exist because of the masculine part. So Arcturians, Andromeda, and any more of support? Okay. It was there already. It was there already, and you didn't need to choose it in order to recognize it. Okay, I'm going to take some moments to zoom out and see what's coming through for these. It's like a drawing choice to, yeah, drawing as in like you're drawing something in, but you're doing that through what you're drawing out. And it's all collectively circling round a sort of freedom, but I want to say it feels like a dream life, like a landscape that you've already circulated, you've already planned out for yourself. Arcturians right now is making me think of planning, like past life, or like from another dimension or from another expression of yourself. You planned something and you were connected with that, and a part of the experience you are in right now is the living of that. There's like a revelation surrounding your own ability to choose that which you already knew that you were walking, or that which you knew you were going to walk. There's like an experience, yeah, an experience. And I want to circle it back to freedom and the, like, a power in freedom, or a power to be free. Mermaid is making me think of, again, that kind of dark feminine energy of magnetizing towards yourself. Whereas Arcturians is making me think of the masculine energy of drawing out and seeing the logic and the precision in your experience. Andromeda feels like the combo of the two. It's like experience, yes, and free flow, where it's not necessarily hindered, but it's still a specific sort of experience. So the merging of the two. Okay, a lot of you could get lots more from that. I'm gonna clear this up though, so if you want to meditate on it, do so now. Pause the video, screenshot, whatever. Okay, I think that might be it for the collective at the start. I instantly heard, no, we've got more. Okay. Should I move the candle up here now? I feel like I don't tend to use the very right side of the table anyway. Maybe some sacred geometry, maybe some Shadowscapes tarot. Communication. The frequency of communication supports our ability to exchange. Okay, the word exchange could be important. It could also have to do with money. That could have a sense of, again, like, where are you expressing your, is it expressing the receptive energy? It's just making me think of your resources and exchange, like choosing where it goes. There's such a sense of choice here, and that choice enabling you to feel more of your soul presence, your higher connection. There's a sense of like communicating your higher calling, where you're feeling drawn to. There's such like a sense of reason here. Like, there's reason, and it's both masculine and feminine, but it's more about the masculinity of it. There's like a plan that you have, or a very specific idea of what you are creating, what you are intending to create. My belly is rumbling. So why am I saying that? It felt like a lightness. It felt like a... Again, I continue to be drawn to the Wheel of Fortune. Circling up and down, around and through. Communication is 14, which is double 7. Crown and communication. The letter C could also be significant. It's popping up like a lot there. Communicating your wisdom, and it's communicating your wisdom in a like what you know to be true, communicating what you sense to be true. And I keep wanting to say calling, like what your calling is. I feel like it's a really simple message, and I feel like you already know what this is about. Because again, it's like something that you have not only grounded with the masculine of like just a little, but it's completely like you have the full plan. And having the full plan is what creates that ability to sit in it, or to experience it, or to experience a next something. And for some of you that's within yourself, and for some of you that's your masculinity enables others' femininity. Your logic, your ability to see, your ability to know, your ability to navigate with clarity, navigate with, I want to say precision again. There's something about your precision, like it's not like you just have a general idea of something, but you understand the logistics, you understand the whys, you understand like every facet of it, or many facets of it. Okay, yeah, that's it now. Communication and the crown chakra. Okay, let's do the pile selection now. Pile number 1, onegaishimasu. Coyote. Level good coyote. Okay, pile number 2. Pile number 1 has a lot to say. Pile number 1. I meant 2. So pile number 1 could be leaking into pile 2. And pile number 3. I kind of felt like 4 piles today though. If it's gonna fit. I just said this is gonna hurt. This is gonna hurt. Yeah, what is that song? This is gonna hurt. Okay. I feel like that's pile 3. Yeah, they don't want to come out. Ah! Honey badger. Poof. Somebody's upset. Or somebody's like, there's a power, there's an energy that's going to be very like heavily transmitted is what I heard. Heavily transmitted. And there's a bit of like a not again energy. Not this time. Oh, it feels like such something from the past, or something trying to invade. And there's a strong nope. Okay, pile 4. Pile 4 feels like the leader of a group. I kind of saw like on a children's program, and then there's like a really enthusiastic adult. Pile 4 want to come through? Something to do with therapy maybe too. Beetle. Hey, look at you. Look at you popping up again. 4. At the back, just for us here. Panda. Okay. I kind of want to get another for each of them. Okay. Welcome in, pile selection. These are the 4 piles: Coyote, Red Panda, Honey Badger, and Beetle. But I also want to get another card for each. So I'll leave that there if you want. And now we'll get another one. So pile 1. Ooh, something on his cheek. It's gone now. Lightning hearing, or like what you've heard is lightning. Shocking revelation. Or the shocking revealer. Archangel Gabriel could be significant for pile 1 too. Whoa! Many cards. I will actually flip through them. For those of you watching here, we've got Moving Stag, Purple Moonstone. Oh, is that in camera? I think it was. In camera. Inside the camera. Yeah, there's something about like the mind and the way one thinks. Coyotes can also be like tricksters, so it could also be, because I'm kind of picking up on like altered behavior, altered thinking, Uranus kind of energy, but it could be deception. So it could be like a manipulation that enables you to be very like inspirational in a positive way, where there's like a supportive sort of new mind, new kind of thinking, altered thinking, but it also could be a manipulation of not looking out for all involved and simply trying to manipulate words. It feels more like words than behavior, but it could express itself in other ways. Manipulate in, yeah, through words in a negative sense. Yeah, and I got really quiet then, so it could have to do with being quiet or not, or like limited speech, or being unsure. Yeah, as soon as I tap into the energy of it, it's like I can't cope, I can't comprehend it. Okay, I'll keep going. Phoenix Bird, Free Flow, which also wanted transition, wanted to be hidden, didn't want to happen. Yeah, it's like happy to free flow. Pile 1 wants to free flow, and it doesn't want to transform or change. It doesn't want a death of sorts. And then I don't want to call this 2. I'm going to call it the unconditional love card. Spirit of Pair. And back to Moving Stag. Okay. Does Red Panda want to have a card? Pile 2. Yes. Moving Stag. Yeah, there's something about pile 2 that is collective, correlated, connected to pile 1. Pile 3. We'll talk about pile 2 has somewhat of a reservation around speaking here. It feels more like we'll do that in private. Pile 3. Honey Badger. What are you protecting? Yourself. Oh, some of you, pile 3, you are... how do I word this? Okay, well, we're going to be using the animal cards for you. I just saw a bear. Honey badgers are like tiny bears. It was like a sense of like protecting your wisdom, protecting what you know. It's like I saw a circle above the honey badger's head. Okay. And it might cause disruption when you stand up for yourself. Yeah, others might not like it, but I feel like you don't have any strong reservations around that. There's no, if that was a worry of maybe the past, other people being triggered by you could have caused you pain, because it could have been a trigger for you, but this time there's confirmation with pile 3 that I heard you're in the clear, and it's more of an observation, or like you recognize that this being a part of the way that you share your love, and you can see the love in other people's like misfits. I'm seeing a full moon, and when children act out because it's a full moon, it's like the emotions, the more primal emotions are activated within others for you. Phoenix bird coming under your card is like you cause others to phoenix. You cause like your own phoenix. Like it's like you're the phoenix, you're the bird, and that causes others to see their own flames. It's like you are above the flames, and that brings consciousness, brings awareness to how others are still within the fire. There's just like a clarity you have, quite beautiful. Okay, pile. I keep wanting to speak more for you. You may be a reader yourself, pile 3. Or you may just have a lot of insight. I feel like other people really trust you. Okay, pile 4. Beetle. Okay, that's kind of cool. It mirrors. Beetle doesn't want a card. Divine simplicity. I feel like pile 4 is gonna go in a direction I don't see yet, or I've never been in, or you've never been in. We might do some like different kind of divination for pile 4. Okay, cool. Those are your piles. See you in your readings. Purple Moonstone is at the back again. Was that at the back? No, I feel like that was at the back in a reading the other day. That just made me heard back in the day. Back in the good old days. I heard we fought. But I kind of heard we fought for armor. We fought for our armor. And that R is like not just for your own, but there's like a collective defense. Or it's like you're fighting for others. For the preservation of the young. Alright, the animals are out. They're out! They've escaped! Oh wait, I need them. What am I doing? We'll keep these out. That was the order. Okay. Part 1 is Coyote. Do any of you accidentally almost go to drink your candles instead of your drinks? And does that scare you? Welcome in, pile 1. There was just another reiteration of like deception, or there could be a fear of taking the wrong turn, or of misusing something, being misused. Let's put your card up there. Okay. I'm wanting to use a couple decks I'm seeing. First, the Archangel Animals and the Dragons, but I was thinking more the Animals, but that in and of itself is making me think of like double crossing, or like there's 2 decks within this one, so it's kind of deceptive. I wonder, are you the deceiver or the deceived? Or maybe there's no deception going on. Okay, messages for pile 1 immediately comes out. Panda. A collective love. A collective understanding. Stay balanced and in your essence. I'm also thinking of how pandas, I don't know what they're called, panda cubs, their babies, start off extremely helpless, extremely in need of care. So you could be finding that is an aspect of yourself that is really needing nurturing, or this could be something you're seeing in others, like a helplessness within others. Okay, messages for pile number 1. I feel like you're being called to ask how you're feeling, Raven. That's how the information will get to you. That's it says prepare for change. Archangels Azrael and Bokbi, and on the left it says stay balanced and in your essence, Archangels Mary, Jophiel, and Sandalphon. For one, I definitely feel like if you ask, you'll receive an answer. I feel more wanting to ask questions to get specifics for you. I'm not necessarily going to, but that's the energy I'm being put in. I feel like you're not sure where to go or what direction to go in. Maybe you don't know what questions to ask. Maybe you have an idea of what you're wanting, but you're not sure how to get it. I'm being put into a bit of like a blank state also. I'm more in an ordinary state of mind as opposed to channeling. There's an independent energy that wants to come through. And also like a gentle curiosity. Some of you may be afraid of connection, and this reading wants to give a mirror for you in that you're far more in your own essence than you may be fearing. You're not losing yourself. I feel like you're very tapped into yourself. I feel like you have a strong sense of your own energy and the energy of those around you. I feel like you see things very clearly, and that might be why I'm not getting a lot, but I am. I feel like I'm just in a very clear space. I feel like you have a very good head on your shoulders. I want to get a card about this coyote. It could also just be, there's so much about that, like mental manipulation. I'm gonna get a card about the coyote in this body deck. Again, I'm using another deck that is combined. You could be in a relationship and questioning whether you're still yourself. I feel you very, very in your element. Vajra. Okay, so that's like the phallus. All dropped out. Okay, that's the only card. Do I get another card? I'm confused. Are you in a relationship but you don't actually feel like you're in a relationship? Like you don't feel very connected to them, or you are about to end it and you're questioning if that's what's right for you? If that's the case, I feel like you've already come to your decision. I feel like you see the other with great clarity. I feel like you know what's best for you at this time. Others of you, you're in a relationship and you're feeling in your element. You don't feel like you're losing yourself. You feel like you're collaborating well and you're both supporting one another, and that you're able to grow and expand together, and that is you seeing the truth in the connection too. I keep wanting to bring this to you in that you are in your element. I know I've said that a lot. I'm seeing it two ways. Like the I feel like there's another in this reading. So I feel like the one in question, for a lot of you, I feel like they're deceptive and that they may be acting from lower impulses or from a sexual desire that you might not be comfortable with. And for others of you, they're using their like intense desires as like fuel for expansion and for like a very fertile energy. So it's so cut and clean though. It feels like quite unmistakable. It may have been harder to understand in earlier days, but right now I feel like you have great clarity as to where you are acting from and where they are acting from. Either way, this is bringing about change. You are bringing about change. It's not like a general change is like coming to you. This is like, no, you've called in change. Like the raven flying to transmute the energies is coming because you've transmuted energies. Yeah, you have a raven on your arm, on your shoulder, because you naturally shift, you naturally change, you naturally become anew. And either it's very clear that this other is also able to do the same. They also have a raven on their shoulder because they're constantly transforming and they have a desire, like a strong desire for expansion, for love, for true love, for a kind of collaboration of souls that is a unit that is based off the mutual benefit of everyone involved. This could also have to do with like collective help too. Like the unit is one that then creates collective change and that has a very pure intention, likely to do with, I heard, connection to the divine, so a spiritual mission of sorts is what's coming through. So a lot of balance. But I feel like some others of you, it's very clear that you're not formed together well and that you are acting from different alignments, that you have different goals, and it doesn't have to be that one is more right than the other. It just simply is that there's not a balance. There's not a cohesion. I actually feel like for a lot of you, there may be a couple or several like relationships in question for you, and you can see them all with great clarity. It's like when I was saying two different options, like one is acting out of how do I say that? I can't fully form that. So the one that I'm saying is maybe more from your past. What I was trying to say is like they could all the options that I'm describing could all apply to you. And it could be that you're feeling like you're moving away from, or you're just not resonating with that which is not for you, quite simply put, and that you are connecting with those who are connecting on a similar vibration. I can't reiterate enough the level of awareness here. You feel very present. Like, I feel like there's a whole story here. Like, it could get really complicated, but it's just not. You could also be about to experience like a surge of energies that requires your full attention, and you're wanting to kind of clean yourself up energetically, because you know that you're about to experience something that you want to be in like your best shape for, in most alignment for. And I feel like it's like even that intention has already created like a cleanliness in your aura, or there's something of a cleanliness in your aura that wants to be acknowledged. And again, I'm wanting to reiterate a lot for you, and I think that's the whole reading. It's like I am just reiterating stuff you already know. It feels. Which way up is this? I feel like it's this way. This is the back though. I will turn it over in a moment. Yeah, again, there's this like mirroring energy, but it's not just mirrored. A lot of my cards are mirrored, but hey ho. I'm not always drawn to that fact. The back one is also mirrored. And this is why what I was about to say. It's not just mirrored, but it's in connection. And this one feels very touching of both sides. This is also kind of my sleep card. So you may be getting a lot of messages in your dreams. I was going to say at night. So some of you maybe focused on like the awareness that you've had in waking life, but less so your subconscious awarenesses. And wasn't one of the messages I said to ask how are you feeling? And that could also go to say like if you're feeling unsure, it could be like just an unsureness in your mind and not actually in your body. Because I want to say your body is feeling very healthy. Okay, let's turn this card around. This is making me think of astral projection. Yeah, some of you have really been focused on like a spirituality during the day, like taking naps during the day and getting lots of visions from that, or meditations that have been bringing a lot of clarity for you. And I feel like there's a slight, maybe like a slight overdoing. Take that if it resonates or not. There's a sense of, you know, you can get this information like just when you sleep. or there's like a friendliness from your guides coming through. So I feel like a lot of you are connected to your spirit team. And there's a small message that you may be trying a bit too hard for something that you've either already achieved, or that comes naturally to you anyway, or can come in a more easeful state for you. I feel like some of you are requiring or wanting like a massage, like take this time to rest in the way that feels most restful for you. Or maybe like you can let go of like trying to keep up with something. It's okay to simply be. There's like a hypnotizing energy to you. Maybe you want to look up the asteroid Hypnos in astrology. Leather and coats just came through. Something about the ocean too. Or maybe the fourth house, or the... it's that subconscious energy again. I feel like things are flowing. What is all this like hesitation about? Let's get some number cards for you. Okay. Pile number 1, number cards, numberjacks. You're in the clear, you're in the all clear, you're being given the all clear. Yes, that feels so fitting for you. You're being given the all clear. But the second time I said it then, or was that the third? It didn't hit in the same way. Yeah, because it's like it hit the first time. I don't need to say it a second or third time. You may have felt like something hadn't cleared within your energy because I lost that already, but you may have been feeling like something hadn't cleared, but in fact it was just like more of a slow release, like an integration, as opposed to like a clear cut. It's like it was a spiral energy, but you had already activated the release of it. And for some of you this could also be the same thing as activating the future too. It's like not only have you activated like a release of the past, but you also already activated a progression of the future, something like that. Yeah, it's kind of giving me the essence of like your mind maybe trying to catch up, but there's nothing to catch up with. It's just like a really steadiness to your energy. This 56 is giving me Pluto energy, or like Raven energy. Yeah, definitely Raven. It's a clearing of... What's it a clearing of? It's a clearing of the rubble, of the like the bits in your aura, but it's happening subconsciously. And the card 31 looks like a pond to me. It just again made me think of the subconscious. And such like a clean energy, such cleansed. 3 on 1 feel very cleansed, but it goes to a 4, which is a stable sort of cleansed. Which just again makes me think of this energy that not only are you feeling clear, but it's like a long-lasting clear. And a mirroring of your own clarity. Possibly a sense of divinity, a sense of divine alignment, of seeing yourself in other, of... I keep being really drawn to these 2 stars. They're coming from the same plant, but it's like it's bouncing off the plant. Jumping out into the sky to shine. From previously being in the puddle. But the significant part is that the stars came from the same plant, but now they're going in 2 different directions. But still into the sky to shine. And there are other plants coming out of this pond that also come from the same source. And yet those are 2 flowers with their own individualities, but they're going in the same direction. Different paths, different sorts of maneuverings, but still 2 plants going in the same direction. Okay, that's it for your reading, pile number 1. I feel like you may be like really seeking answers, or seeking... It's like you're still seeking something, but I feel like this is the message to recognize the truth in what you already know, because I feel like you're trying too hard. I feel like for a lot of you, if you were to just like write down everything that you know surrounding a particular situation that's on your mind a lot, it would like close that chapter out, because it's like what you're seeking is a mental closing out, because within your aura it's already closed out. You just maybe think that it isn't because there's some sort of like integration and clearing of the like bits still going on. Yeah. Okay, pile 1. I'll see you in another expression of life. Bye bye. Okay, welcome in pile 2. So you're the red panda card, and you had something of a connection to pile 1, and I'm taking this more like you have a connection to another. It's like your pile had a lot to say and it was kind of leaking into the other. I'm trying to remember what the secondary card of yours was. Was it Moving Stag? I feel like it was Moving Stag, but I'm not going to bring it out. I want to get some more cards for you. Okay, let's get some messages for pile 2. I want to say, what have you heard before? Like, what have you already heard? Ooh. What have you already heard? Gentleness. That's interesting. I got gentle. Yeah, look, this is the card that's at the back of the deck for you, which is the card that came out for pile 1. It's like the primary subject of someone else's experience is the undercurrent of yours. Like there's a leaking of someone else's experience into yours. This larger one, okay. You could feel like an extension of someone or something. Like you're the larger one, or maybe it's like you needed to act the bigger person is what I'm getting. Like that phrase, like be the bigger man, that phrase. And a part of your intuition is telling you no, to go back, or like making you feel like you did something wrong, perhaps. It's like I'm seeing this as like this like raindrop thing. And it's like you moved downwards and you moved away from something, and yet there's these 3 like squaggles, these 3 like memories is what I heard. I heard many things, but memories is what's coming to the forefront. That are stopping you. They're not actually stopping you. You could go right through them, but they're making you question whether it's okay to keep moving forwards, something like that. I am going to leave this at the back of the deck. I'm going to leave in the side of your reading, and I kind of want to move the camera up a bit for you. You're creating space, creating more space for yourself to exist, or maybe for others to exist. Maybe holding space, like you're holding space for others. It could be a very past lifey connection that, yeah, I'm kind of wanting. Let's put the red panda down here. Or no, let's do this. Red panda up there. Red panda could even be an energy that you see as someone else. There's something about wanting to get it just right. That could have been, if this is surrounding someone else, this could have been their energy too. Interesting. I was expecting these messages to be more, I guess, abstract, but they're seeming more about other people in particular. It doesn't have to be, but it feels like that. It feels like you have a very strong past life connection with someone, and those are the memories. Yeah, because I said the memories are what are propping up and making you question if you were going the right way, or it's not even necessarily making you question that, but there's a sense of like coming to a halt because you are remembering like parts of your heart, or you're remembering experiences that they feel very pleasurable. You're remembering something connected to them. I feel like this is hard for you, and I feel like you're being, I heard ushered in and ushered forwards. I wasn't trying to say that though, but I do feel like maybe that's a part of it. I wasn't trying to say that though. I feel like there's such a like warm connection here. I want to get some tarot because I want to understand the situation more. But already I'm feeling a heart resonance and a love and compassion. It feels like something difficult is going on. It feels like a separation that neither party wanted. Okay. Pile twos. Some of you, I also felt like with that memory stopping you, I kind of got a small message of like some things, like kind of ordinary things pop up in your day and you just wish that you could share it with them. Like, or just things in your day remind you of them. It feels like there's a lot of thought passing between the both of you. You may resonate with having a strong psychic connection with them. Or maybe you just are still in connection. Maybe you still talk with them, but it's not the kind of communication you're wanting, or there's like an aura of wearing a mask when you want to not be wearing that mask, but there's like a reason why you can't be completely like free of them or completely authentic with them. For some of you, there's not a reason why you can't be completely free from them, but it may feel like that sometimes. Okay, we've got Page of Swords, but I kind of want to know if this is a reversed. It kind of it's undecided. There's a communication that is undecided here. And Page of Swords is making me think of that like light-hearted communication. It's that like just talking about your day, like simple communication being so heartfelt. There's just a bit of sweetness energy. It made me question whether it was just a connection that is like at ease, in balance, because there's so much love here. But I do feel a grief or like a crying, like you wish it had gone another way, or you wish you could be together. And for some of you, like you wish you could like really be together. I feel like there's a bit of a sense of like, why won't you just come forwards, or why won't, like I'm seeing this black swan offering a flower, but it looks a bit dead. So it could have been like a sense of you being offered a dead flower from someone that you wanted, but it's like, oh, why couldn't you have just offered me a real flower, or an alive flower, or a bunch of flowers? And it's like there's a wondering of like, what if? And it's like, you know what feels in alignment for you because of what you want to experience in life, but there's still like a making peace that is happening with you right now, from a disappointment of sorts. And some of you may not resonate with that word, or you may not have realized that you were disappointed, or you might not want to admit that. I think for a lot of you, you have so much gratitude for both them and just the experience as a whole. Some of you definitely not. Some of you, I feel like for all of you, this is just, it's like, for those of you who didn't resonate with that, it's because it's painful. And for some of you who did resonate with that gratitude, is because it's like, even though your heart hurts, you're feeling your heart and you appreciate that feeling. It's like, and even though this is hard, it's like I got to experience this past life, or this past life feeling, or there's something so unique about this connection. I feel like for the majority of you, there's no regrets, even if it didn't go the way you wanted it to go. Okay, more. Yeah, the cards keep wanting to be like in reverse or not in reverse, which just makes me think like you're undecided. I feel like the next steps for you are moving forwards, moving on. But I feel like that is just really difficult for you. I feel like you've already begun that stage with the Chariot being the movement forwards, and it's like it's a major arcana card, so it's a big deal. You made a big step in moving away, and from that you experienced like the heartbreak, the longing. But ultimately it's like a feeling of moving away from the difficulty and into it's in the Six of Swords cards, into peace. I feel like you've really waded the waters, like you really walked through the storm. I want to bring it very much to the water element, like loads of like strong waves. Yeah, you went through the storm emotionally, and I feel like you're currently at the Three of Swords and Six of Swords part of finding healing and finding peace through simply allowing yourself to feel all that you're feeling. There's an acceptance I see you having. You may go back and forth with it, but ultimately I feel like there's no true unsureness. I feel like I feel a confidence from you in moving forward, even if it's like, it's kind of like at the top or on the surface you might have insecurities around it, like insecurities meaning like not secure. So that may make you go through a lot of different feelings and different approaches or different thoughts, and there's an acceptance of that. But I feel like below the surface is a foundation of, you know, what you want to experience, and you maybe know the extent of why you were handed that broken flower, and maybe the extent of what they can provide you with and what you want to be provided with, or simply like, you know why it didn't work out, and you know what you want. Yeah. So in essence, the Chariot, the movement forward, doesn't feel like that is in question, really. That feels very stable. But the Three of Swords and the Six of Swords, which is the experiencing the heartache, which made me think of that like disappointment energy, like accepting that you do feel a disappointment, and the allowance of kind of subconsciously moving forward, unconsciously, but it feels like consciously is in the bag, but subconsciously moving forwards. Those two parts are more here and there. Okay. I want to get some number cards for you, but at the back of the deck we have 3 of Cups, which is also bringing me back to that soulmate connection, but also maybe an understanding of... Let's get another card. Queen of Pentacles and King of Wands. I feel like it's an understanding of where you're going, which is play and support, like a cyclical kind of giving. It's a feeling of community, and this doesn't have to be this could be with your friends, like reconnecting with your friends, allowing that to be a strong support system for you at this time. We've got the Sun at the back. Yeah, I kept being drawn to that Sun energy for you. Actually, no, that was pile 1. Okay, so there could be a sense of your friends showing you who you really are, which is this Sun. That you have so much that you provide others with. I feel like you're being invited to see just how much you gave, just how much you have to give, and just that, like, the bright light that you are, the warmth that you share, your heart, your connection to your inner child feels very prominent here too. And I was saying this all because I said the Sun, I was picking up a lot, but that was in pile 1, and I feel like it was like shedding into pile 1, so I feel like there's that sense of you illuminate for others too. It's like this other connection for you. You've provided them with so much warmth, so much it's like a liberation of the heart, like with a passion, with warmth. I don't really want to single it to any one expression of love because it feels so all-encompassing. I feel like it's strongly like a connection to the soul, like you illuminated their own soul. 4 of Wands, yeah, that can speak of soulmate connections. And death, which is that of, yes, walking away, but also like transforming to the degree that you can be in unison with your soul. And maybe a new understanding has come to you of what connection to your soul really is, or what soulmates are. You might be feeling like you know that you can have what you wanted, but it might be in a different expression than you thought. There's also a sense of like connecting to the higher realms, of being lifted. Like all these fairies kind of feel like they're carrying these stag or creatures. It's like the home or the connection, the union, the celebration. There's so much like celebration within your future is where this is all coming to, which is why I feel like you had the confidence to do this, because you saw the future. You saw your dream as maybe not as fixed as you thought it was. Like this person feels like they were a part of your dream or your old vision, but also maybe you recognize that they were a stepping stone to like a truer dream. I feel like death has shown you it's like a like how I said that you liberated their heart. It feels like this liberated your heart too, but in a different way. Because I kind of feel it like you showed them, you touched their souls, their hearts, and enabled them to tap into that more. But I feel like for you, it's like you were already connected to that, but now you're coming into a stage where you can express that more. It's like the opposite end of the spectrum. Like instead of inwards, it's outwards. It's like you have the outlet outside, because we're seeing that with like Three of Cups with others, with connection to those that you love and that love you. I feel like you're feeling so supported moving forwards. And I think that that is a strong sense of what the old dream was for you, and that maybe you hadn't recognized that. A feeling of really being supported, like at the molecular level, is what I'm getting. Okay, I feel like getting some animal cards for you now. But this red panda being the first animal, we're using a different animal deck now, but with this red panda card, I do want to say it feels like you're in like a balancing act a bit. I feel like you're finding your footing. Miracles is popping out for you. I kind of feel like that's you too. You're a miracle bird. You may resonate with angelic energy, which is interesting because I'm not like necessarily feeling that super strongly here, but I felt like saying that. So it could be that you resonate with I was gonna say archangels then, so you may resonate with angelic energy a lot, but you haven't as of late, or it's like you haven't been feeling that in yourself. The angel that you are, if you resonate with that. Okay. Any animals that want to come through with messages for pile number 2? This one. Oh, that's lovely. Otter, happiness. Sea otter. Yeah, sea. The sea, the ocean feels so significant for you. The ocean could have like really nurturing, I heard advice for you. Surrender to the waves is poking out here. And also this flower that the otter is holding feels like the nourished, the full, the alive version of this dead one. Or maybe it's the same. No, it's different. I feel like this is the alive version. I'm kind of seeing a volcano in the background of this. Which is interesting because it's like the gentle hoppiness, happy otter spirit happiness, is like the forefront of your energy, or of, it's like a supportive energy that is around you and what you're integrating more and stepping into more. I want to say that with the 2 puffins, they're really being highlighted here too, which speak to partnership and again like support. And yet the volcano in the background is like there could be volcanic feeling maybe surrounding this person for you, this being. But it's like that's not at the forefront for you. I feel like you are really sinking into, like dog being at the back of the deck, friendship energy, love energy, being like not just a specific type of connection is what I'm kind of getting at. I can't really find the words for that, but I hope the energy comes through. It's like not a specific type of connection, but it's like the feeling of just love, of being supported by others. That word support is wanting to be reiterated for you. I feel like you're so held and you're allowing yourself to be held. Yeah, you're so held because you're allowing yourself to be held. And you're allowing yourself to be held. Yeah, community. There's so much support surrounding you. If you feel alone, then this is definitely guidance to look at the areas in which you don't feel alone in, because it's coming from somewhere. For some of you, you may not, like I've said a lot about friendship here, friends. If you don't resonate with having friends, maybe that's more for like in the physical for you. And then there'd be a call to remember all the non-physical support that you have, all the friends that you have in the plants that you keep in your room, or in the sun that comes up every day. Comes up, it's such a weird word. The sun that is there always, whether it's day or night. The moon, the flowers, the trees, or the spirits surrounding you, the soulmates that you can feel as your family in any moment that you want to. The spirits and the souls that who are that are like right there with you, listening to everything that you have to say to them and speaking back. Whether you hear them or not, they're there and they're loving you. I also got an image of entertainment online too, so finding that love and that feeling of friendship with, hey, look, me, I'm online, I forgot. in other communities or other creative outlets, whether that be your own or through those like creations of other people. I love that. Happiness and community. And you had 4 of Wands and 3 of Cups. So much love around you. And then Dragon, Supernatural. What is that about? You are the ancient wise sage. I feel like it's like drawing attention to the power of creation that you've had, that you have been calling in all of this support, that you have, again, I kept trying to say, or I kept saying, didn't I, that you were intentionally, like you were the one that was able to receive this support and feel, well, not necessarily receive, you can always receive something, but it's the awareness, and it's the awareness that comes to us when we allow ourselves to have that awareness. Like, we feel loved when we bring awareness to how we are already loved. And that's what you're doing, what you've already done. What you continue to feel more into. Your own power to create that awareness of the self in the form that you're choosing to. The love that you're able to feel from the choice that you have continued to make, to see that, to feel that, to be that. And I want to reiterate for you, your energy, it's had me really connected to my heart. I feel like you're such like a force of love, like a powerful force of love. Okay, I'll read these cards then. I think that might be it. Be the master of playful living. Release expectations and enjoy every day. Let worry go and instead choose love. Surrender to the waves. Your good destiny of love is sure. Then B is, you are a powerful creator. Your work blesses everything you touch. Be open to receiving sweetness. You are the queen of abundance. And Dragon with Supernatural. You are the ancient wise sage. You can shapeshift. Okay, that word is significant for you, shapeshift. You can shapeshift at will. Mastery is your destiny. Rise with dignity. Yeah, I love that for you. Okay, that's your reading, pile number 2. I'll see you in another form of life. Bye-bye. Yeah, again, that these 2 cards are popping out. Fox and Unicorn. Your ability to choose which way your life goes is being brought to the forefront. That's the energy you've already stepped into, that awareness. trying to remember what Pal 3 your secondary card was. I don't think I'll keep it. Oh, Phoenix Bird. Okay, I will keep it out. I don't know, I don't really feel like keeping it out though. I wonder what message that has for us. Where do we put these then? Welcome in, Pal 3. I felt like an energy of like you're really enjoying something, and I feel like it's your power. It could be specifically your power of influence, like you're really seeing your energy reflecting so much within others, like they are changing, or they are like reacting. I feel like it's a reaction of sorts. Like you are kind of relishing the, I want to say it again, the power that you feel. And I feel like there's like a little bit of a mischievous energy that you have, but it's like an energy of you feel so able to be mischievous or have that perspective of more like malevolence because of the level of love integration you feel within yourself, because of the clarity you have on the space that you act from. I feel like you're very stable in who you are and what you provide, and the energy that you emanate outwards, that you kind of feel like you can take any perspective of yourself and have that be okay. Again, coming from a strong sense of like following love wherever that leads. Okay, I think I did say, didn't I wanted to use the animal deck for you because I had seen a bear. I feel like dancing energy with you, singing and dancing and moving. I don't know if, I feel like, no, that was pile 4 that I was thinking of that for, but for you I was getting just then like a bit of like nostalgic energy, but it could be, yeah, this is the energy. You're in like a teacher energy, because I was seeing like a childhood like program of sorts, like I said for pile 4 in the intro, where it's like an adult, like in this case dancing with children or singing to children, but in this case it's kind of like before you were the child. It's like, that's why it's nostalgic, because it's something from the past you've experienced, but this time you're the adult. It could also be like you're going back to your primary or high school, college or something, but this time as a professor, or this time as the elder. Like you could be teaching at your old school that you used to learn from. Or if it's like pick a cards, it's like you used to watch pick a cards and now you're doing the pick a cards. That kind of energy. Ram, perseverance. You have many gifts. No problem can withstand the power of your mind. With patience, you can reach your mountain top. Old soul, black jaguar. Never give up, and good luck will follow. Something about locking in. Also, locking horns. This is making me think of aggression, and 5 of Wands like a competitivity. Yeah, this is what that's making me think of a bit. It's like you're not shying away from the competition or from the quote-unquote fight. I'm kind of feeling like maybe other people are picking fights with you, and you're feeling like you're enjoying it, or you're either like actively enjoying it, or you're just already in enjoyment and other people are picking fights, but you're not in that energy. You're in your own energy of enjoyment. Black Jaguar, old soul. Walk through life with confidence and grace. Yeah, that confidence is really shining through in your reading. And that grace, yeah, because it, well, I feel like it's an interesting expression of grace. For some of you, it is very to that word grace, but for those of you who identify more with like a munchkin, mischievous energy, like a gremlin, then it's a like, you know, a bit of grace in an unconventional way. But I kind of want to say it's like it's such a playful energy I feel like you're in. That's what I'll say. I want to get more of these animal cards. I was just suggesting not. Okay, something about suggesting not, and that word lock is coming through again. Lock. Close for business. You know what? I kind of feel like maybe it's an essence of like being given suggestions, but you're not taking suggestions, or beyond the world. Like, you may be feeling like other people are trying to ground you in some sense, but not ground in like a connected way, but ground in like a get your head out of your ass, or get your head out. I was not trying to say that. That just came out of my mouth. Get your head out of the clouds energy. And you're just allowing it to be. But I want to bring it back to it. I feel like it's like an actively it's like fueling you, because you can see that your expression, yourself, is affecting others. It's like your love. There's something so pure about your impurity. Like it's like it comes across perhaps as impure, but you recognize its connection to truth. So walk through life with confidence and grace. You have power from beyond the world. Focus on what you really want. You can create your dreams. For some of you, you're really focused on a goal and you're not letting anyone distract you from it. You have all that you need to create what you want, and you know that. And you're not letting other people deter you from your course. You're shifting, and whether others shift with you or try and get you to not shift, you're shifting. No one can take you out of your energy is what it feels like. Yeah, and dragon at the back of the deck. You are ancient wise. This is something about like drawing like from the other realms. It's like you're drawing from past lives. This is something that you feel so strongly in, that you know in your gut that this is for you. You know something is for you, and it doesn't matter if others try and knock you off your pedestal. What's that word, like, if it were? Yeah, that's what the phrase I was trying to get at was. Maybe. But it doesn't matter. That there's that sense of like no maybes. You feel resolute, you feel full of resolve to follow through with something. Because of that ancient energy, it's like, this isn't something that is like on a whim, even though it may appear that way. It may even feel like that. It's something that you have planned, something that you've known was coming, something that feels so true within your soul. And yet it gets to be expressed in such a passionate way, such a playful way, such a light-hearted, nothing matters way. It's like you're really stepping into the essence, or stepped, it's pardon me. You've really I love your energy. I feel like you've got that essence of like either love him or hate him. I forgot what I was gonna say now. You've got the essence of, okay, I don't remember. But no more cards from here. But more cards in general. Yeah, there's like a, I'm not taking no crap from nobody. No more cards from here. No more crap from here, but I'll take all the crap from here. It's like, it's that essence of like, you get to be mischievous because you're not mischievous at all. There's like a grounding of really knowing who you are, and thus you can do whatever you want. Because you know that you're not actually going to do anything that is from a state of wanting to harm or a state of able to harm, because it's all from love. You really understand the root, the core of something, and that you have such a passion for something that you're not going to allow others to take you out of your dreams or stop you from living the life of your dreams that you know is in your core. There's such a core feeling here. You know, in the core of cores is for you, and thus is for everyone. Because there's so much like love here too. It's like an undercurrent, like a really thick blanket of love that it encompasses everything. And that's why you feel so confident. Yeah. You believe in your own ability to conquer the world. Some of you have some high aspirations and you believe in them. Because why wouldn't you? Okay, let's get more cards. I feel like I have to use my character deck for you. Pile number 3. Hey, look, 3 cards came out. 3. Okay, we'll also use my number deck. Wah! Of course Roger came out for you. I don't have words for that yet. It is like an exploration. Like that cheeky energy, the malevolence. Laughing. I feel like you're in a bit of like a laughing at others energy. But see this? It's all with a blanket of pink at the back. I knew there was a reason why I did pink on this card. This was one of the first cards I painted from this character deck of mine. Interesting I'm saying that given these 2 aren't painted. But it always felt like weird. Like, why am I doing that? But I feel like that's because the essence of this card, at least for this reading, is like, it is like really questionable acts, really questionable everything's. But it's all done with an undercurrent of love. With, I'm not saying that that's true about Roger, but like in this case, that's what this is symbolizing. It's like true unfiltered desire, going after what you want because you recognize that for you that is never gonna be from a place of like stepping on other people's toes, stepping in the realm of like hate or fear or wishing ill on anyone. It's like an essence of like you can make fun of every single person or every single anything because you know that you actually just love them, and it's like you can like make jokes about things being wrong because you know that they're right. Yeah, I guess that's an okay way of explaining that. I love you, God, Roger. Nobody can make you question your own heart, is what this feels like. And maybe it's like, it feels like it's coming forwards with such a passion because this probably wasn't true in earlier life. But right now, that's where you're at. You're at the place of, okay, actually, I'm confident in myself and I know that, like, there's an acceptance too. I know that other people can have their own experiences of me and my actions and my intentions, and that's just what it is. It's theirs. I feel like there's a a very pure acceptance of others, where it's like they don't need to take you out of your lane and you don't need to try and take them out of theirs either. In that, even if what they're saying about you or thinking about you is not in alignment with what you feel about you, there's an allowance of that. It's like that's their perspective, and that's kind of beautiful that they can have a different perspective than me. But there's an allowance of that, without letting it change your own. Unless it's wanting to be changed, but I feel like that's obvious. I feel like you may have come from being very mutable, but now you're allowing yourself to be more fixed. It just doesn't fear. It doesn't appear fixed, but I feel like it is. Maybe it does appear fixed, but it isn't. Maybe both. Okay, so we have... Ooh, that's a lot of 8s. Ooh! That's making me think of, what is that? Another TV show. Like, animated TV show. 30 is at the back of the deck, and... Ooh-wee! Oh, it's like something and something. They travel through space. Very trippy. I can't think of the name. Rick and Morty, that's it. I don't know why that came up. That again is also kind of like, they do a lot of questionable things in that. Like, their intentions are not, like, they're not always pure. And these are also two very, I didn't like even read these. These two characters here are very misunderstood. I'm not necessarily, you know what, I don't want to say misunderstood. I'm just gonna say all of these things that are coming up for you, they're malevolent. Like, they're not, in my eyes, they're doing things that aren't easily perceivable as loving. And yet there's such an acceptance of this here. Because it's like, once you know the root, once you get to the core, once you get to the why, to the reason, then it is loving. Then it's so like, oh my god, of course you're going to be doing that. There's like an essence of, it will always appear from someone's own experiences of this energy until they change perspective to seeing yours. Okay. I feel a little bit like I've gone a bit wonky. Okay, so we've got 28, 88, 8, and 87. 8 is very powerful energy, very potent. I want to say how I'm drawn to it looking like the infinity symbol, but I'm actually not. But I felt like expressing that, which feels like your energy. It's very like deceiving. Like, but I'm actually not. I'm also noticing both of these have a hole in the left arm, or their right arm, depending on if this is, depending on the perspective. Yeah, I feel like you've come to an understanding that everything is perspective, and that the foundation of every single thing is love. Or at least, I feel like maybe you're not so zoomed into that, so zoomed out, like where you're experiencing like everything is love, I can do anything. I feel like it's a bit more zoomed in for you right now, of a state of, I know that what I am doing, the range, the field that I am experiencing my life is coming from love. It still may be with like the perspective that you can have, that you are having, that others aren't acting from love, or maybe you didn't act from love in the past. It's more like you're seeing that there is the ability to be not loving, but you're feeling like you are. very solidly acting from love. Yeah, perspective. You're recognizing your perspective and you're accepting or just simply recognizing others' perspectives. You're not shying down from what you see and the way that you want to live. Okay. I think that might be your reading. You might resonate with looking up the color, the number 8. Maybe colors that are associated with 8. Oh, maybe we'll do a bit of sacred geometry cards. It just made me think of, these make me think of color. Plop. Romantic love. Interesting. I wasn't so much picking up on that. Or like that, like one or a couple examples came to mind, but a lot of things come to mind that flow in and out. It looks very much like this coherence card. Yes, okay. You're recognizing that a particular romantic love. I'm trying to see if this can be seen in any other way. This is like one of the cards that is like, no, it's just is what it is, romantic love. The frequency of romantic love supports our journey to feel whole and complete through the experience with and reflection of a conscious lover. So yeah, you may have been afraid to, I don't even want to talk about the past with you actually. You're feeling confident in your romantic love choices. Yeah, okay, I can see it a lot now. Past lovers may have made, I know I said not past, but hey ho, I'm going past. Past lovers may have made you feel as though your intentions weren't of love and that perhaps you were the problem, and that now you're seeing, haha, just because I'm a cheeky little bugger doesn't mean I'm the problem. Just because it may look like I'm an easy target for being malevolent doesn't mean that I actually am malevolent. Maybe just because you like to take a lot of things lightly doesn't mean that the undercurrent, the raw truth of you is lightheartedness. There's like a depth, there's a core of integrity and truth that you come from, even if the rest is stupid. Even if you're very playful on the surface, that doesn't mean that that's where it all comes from. And this is an energy that feels very like you won't accept romantic partners who aren't respectful of that truth within you. Yeah, and coherence is what this is all about. So the frequency of coherence supports our ability to harmonize the frequency of the heart with the frequency of the mind for an optimal ability to create the reality that we desire. It feels like the mind could have been the point of contention, and it could have been that you know that you know in your mind now that you act from the heart. There's a collaboration of the heart and mind. I feel like that's it. I feel like I didn't really express that well, but I feel like it's obvious. You can trust your heart. You can trust yourself. There's a deep trust of self with that comes up surrounding romantic partners. Okay. Okay, pile 3, that's it for your reading. I'm going to move on to pile number 4 now. See ya! I just said pop it from Not Lord of the Rings. Pirates of the Caribbean. Pop it. When I watched that as a child, that part terrified me. But I would never have admitted that. Why is that coming up? Okay, so that could be others. Like other people might have been triggered by you but never admitted it. And that's why there was maybe blame on you, because in actuality they were afraid, but they weren't willing to delve to those depths of swimming with their fears and understanding and coming to acceptance of themselves and their fears. Yeah, this feels like you are so easy to project onto. And you may have absorbed those projections in the past. But you're definitely not coming through as that anymore. Cards. 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 Beetle. Okay, you are the weird guy. The one that I didn't know how was gonna go. Welcome in, pile 4. I'm suspicious. I am curious, but like a deep curiosity as to where this will go. Something so unordinary about you. Some of you may resonate with being of a very different breed. Where are you being drawn to? I feel like you're getting a push of some kind. Like you've just leapt out of something. It's kind of weird because this is beetle. I wouldn't usually see that. You'll go to any lengths for something. There's something that you so want. And I feel like you've cleared the slate. So the first card you got was the blank card. And I'm not getting any more. I was actually kind of seeing like getting every single, like filling the whole table with these just number cards. And they're very small, and filling the whole thing with it. But I'm not being drawn to taking any more. And literally the one card that you did get was the one card that like can't be gotten. That is of nothing. It's space. It's void. It's I'm actually seeing the beetle card coming onto here. So there could be something of like a painting of something that you have already experienced. Some of you may be... Okay, that's not wanting to come through, so I don't think that's it. What is this reading? Who are you? Maybe you're questioning that. 7 at the back of the deck is very inwardly seeking. Hermit card. I can't think of words. No words for you. I feel like there's something so integral to your future that is being presented to you now. You may be feeling dizzy, or like you can really sense energy more, or like there's just something in the air, and it's feeling, I want to say trippy, like it's kind of trippy. You're questioning reality. Like that beetle card, I saw it going onto the small blank card. Then what becomes of the larger card? And why would you... It's like you're wanting it to go on the small one because the small one is... It's more... I heard more filtered. It would be more precise. It would be cleaner. It's giving me like higher definition. Like I was just seeing like where you can choose the settings that you're watching a video on, and making it go to the smaller card would make it clearer definition. Bite. Something about your bite. Or what's biting onto you. I'm going to do a bit of drawing for you because I'm not getting that cards will suffice here. There may be a bit of frustration that comes up for you. But I feel like you're in a very meditative state, or you're in a... I heard something about fashion. I'm not sure what. Yeah, that things are really kind of changing course for you, or you're like creating the course. There's like, yeah, everything's really weird. Are some of you like on psychedelics right now? You're being taken out of here in an unnecessary means, by unnecessary means, or through, like, okay, how do I explain this? Something that shouldn't have happened, and you're creating a solution that you didn't even know you were creating, but you maybe sensed was coming. Okay, to be honest, the image I'm getting is like an ET ship coming, and like you then going and experiencing, like collecting you, but it's like it doesn't take you. It's not like it takes you to like another part of this galaxy. It's actually like when you step in that ship, you are now in a different realm, and you now, like, suddenly the past never happened, and you live through this new life. It's kind of feeling like a death. You feel a bit like you're on your deathbed. If that doesn't ring true for you, then you don't have to accept that. But that there's a sense that you're very aware of something. Like I said, it's like you weren't necessarily aware that you were the one bringing this in, but you were aware of something that is coming, or that, yeah, it feels like something that's coming. Some of you also have experienced something extraordinary that you may be doubting, and this is confirmation that it was, I heard, as true as can be. Yeah, I got a confirmation noise when okay. Something about patience is significant here. Even if you forget, doesn't mean that it didn't happen. And even if there's seeming evidence that literally shows you logically that it didn't happen, doesn't mean that there's not extra logic to go on top of that, or side by side with that would create the fuller picture that would then explain how it did happen. The color green, but I'm seeing green over here, but I'm not actually, I don't have the green. I don't have the green, I can't. Some of you may have had intense nightmares too. Some of you you're about to. Again, only if that resonates, because this is something you know of. So some of you, like, you sense the nightmares are gonna come. Others of you within your nightmares, it's like what happens is you sense something coming. Maybe within your dreams, you keep getting taken somewhere. And then you wake up in this realm and you question if this is more of the side. I heard side, I'm not sure. You might get something from that word actually. Side. Some of you that is actually spelled C-I-D-E, and it could be the end of a word. I'm not getting to give examples of those. They feel very aligned with who you are as a species. You know, that first message I said was something around like you're a different breed. You may be getting revelations surrounding who you really are. You can take that however you want with like who you really are. What does that mean to you? This may all be coming from a separation of self of sorts. I'm gonna get cards now. Let me see if that's in view. There we go. Okay, let's get some tarot. Cool reading. Strength wants to pop out. Yeah, you really might be questioning your reality right now. Maybe questioning if your fears are real or not. There's a little bit of a message of what is real and what is not. I'm being drawn to ask you to breathe. There's a sense of even if you choose to cry, allowing yourself to maybe hold on to something or to being reminded of something where you look at what's in the room. But for you, I think physical touch might be something that really helps ground you. It's not that it's taking you, like, I'm not trying to take you away from the experience. It's more like I'm trying to guide you to understanding. And some of you may want to listen to this when this happens. This might be that preemptive thing, like maybe this doesn't resonate in the moment, but it will later. So you might want to save the video if you listen to it and then feel like, okay, this could help in the moment. Yeah, touching something cold or maybe someone's wrist. That could be your own wrist. This could also be a part of the dream or a part of like a vivid experience of sorts where someone is touching your wrist. Maybe again, like trying to take you away. But before I was seeing it more like you were choosing to leave as opposed to being taken away. Okay, so we have 9 of Wands. Some of you may be feeling like you're done with this realm. One moment, let me readjust. There was that small message of like you, I said you may be feeling like you're on your deathbed. I wonder if there are a few situations for you where that is, you're choosing that, or you're questioning choosing that. Music could have really strong messages for you at this time too. I'm gonna keep getting more cards for you. Let's use this deck. Yeah, I feel like your reading might be a long one. We might get really into it. You may be battling like a dreamy part of you with a logical part of you. Some of you may also feel cut off from a certain, like, romance, a certain... I heard cleverness, actually. Some of you, actually, I want to stop saying some of you so much. And why is that coming through for you? I heard tailoring. You may be done with tailoring yourself. Some of you may feel... I said that again, didn't I? It's possible you're feeling rejected, and that makes you feel like it's not worth living if you can't have this something. And I think that's coming through as maybe other people or like circumstances have reflected to you a part of yourself being rejected. And the reason why it's so difficult to move forwards with that is because there's a part of you that has accepted that rejection. So it feels like you've been burdened for a very long time with this sort of like tear within yourself. And I feel like that tear, it's like it's now being asked to, like, it's questioning, like, can I heal myself? Can I bridge this gap? And I already see this part of this drawing where, look, it's going... I'm seeing this red part down here, like the tear, and this is a bridge in the gap. And I want to share with you a specific experience of mine, which feels like it might... it has certain vibrations that are aligning with this, which is when I was younger, I cracked my head. Maybe this is something that's happening for you too. I cracked my head, and that is the time where I resonate with my soul stepping in. So I resonate with being a soul step in. So the soul the soul that was in my body before left, and my present soul that is here now came in. And occasionally that scar, like, I can feel a particular energy around it. And I also want to say that experience for me, I think, is what it aligned for me with having night terrors as a kid for a small portion of time. I'm really wanting to cry in your energy here. So I really do feel like you're experiencing something really difficult. For some of you that this is a night terror, this could also, I can see, being this could be an experience someone in your close vicinity is experiencing. Like, this could be your child that is experiencing night terrors, for example. But I'm going to keep saying it as if it's you. You may be experiencing night terrors or just nightmares, but it feels like it could be a repetition. It's... yeah, now I'm seeing this, like, actually see his head, it's like got all... it's like leaking. And Queen of Swords makes me think of a cut. And all these butterflies. So some of you really may be experiencing a soul transition. So you're now becoming a new soul. your body is changing the inhabitants. Yeah, a new breed. I said you're a new breed. Okay, I feel like most of you are soul step-ins, and that's all. Everything that was relating to 7 also so feels like that, and beneath that was 1. And then 77, yeah. This really feels like you're a new soul. Or a transitioning soul. What did I say about, it's like you're an ET ship going to a new reality? Yeah, that's the old soul has been taken away. And maybe that's what if you are having repetitive dreams around something like that, I think that that's not you. It's your body process. It's your body. It's your body processing the energy of the previous soul leaving. Or if you're still that soul from beforehand, then it's processing your leaving. You may be feeling so muddled, like I kept saying, I think for you, like who you are, something around that, like who are you, like reality altering, because you may be two people right now, two souls, or several souls, and that might be a bit confusing for you. Or you may be the new soul and you may be just feeling out of sorts, like you're not really feeling like you used to, or you're feeling apathetic, or you're feeling just disconnected in ways. And for some of you that are before the soul step in, that's what that like on your deathbed feeling is, because you may be about to transition. It's not that your body is going to die, but your soul, you are about to leave, and a new soul will come into your body, or several souls. And I feel like, okay, no, I'm being told that it's lots of different stages of this going on. So that's why I'm giving so many examples of what you could be, where you could be at, because there are different experiences here. Okay, let's see if we can get some cards from this now. Black Dragon cocoons you so that your divine potential grows. Meditate, reflect, undergo a metamorphosis. Yes, undergo a metamorphosis. And see this crack in the wall behind? This just looks like you are, this is you within your mind, and crack. It's like a part of you is leaving. These, like, they look like stardust or like essence. It's leaving the body. So yeah, if you feel a bit crazy, then this is your confirmation that it's because there's a soul transformation going on for you right now. I think I might do some healing sounds at the end of this. I felt like mentioning that here. Unicorn energy could really help you at this time too, if you want to connect with the Unicorn Collective. When I said that also, it's not something that you need to, like some of you, let me rephrase this. Let me take a moment, like this meditate card. I feel like this is you. You may sometimes feel like you're trying to get somewhere, or trying to do something, or trying to change something that's going on, but actually you're being called to go more into a receptive energy. Yes, there's a sense of this being a choice. There's a sense of, is this what you want? I think for some of you, if you are the you may be feeling like you're at the previous, you're the previous soul, and there's a sense of this can be a choice, like, do you want to leave now or not? Because you can stay, but you don't have to stay. And some of you feel like you're ready. And for some of you, I feel like it might be helpful to know that it's kind of like, if you feel like you're ready to die, it doesn't have to be that it's a physical death. But you may be, okay, some of you are also, you may have been worried if you're getting a lot of synchronicity surrounding death. You may have been worried if you didn't feel in resonance with that being a physical death. You didn't want that. This could also be that it is a death, but it is like the death of the soul, but it's not. Like, what is death? It's just change. It's just transformation. It's shifting of one thing to another. So one soul leaving and another coming in. Or For some of you, it is multiple souls involved, like not just two. I think that won't be the case for the majority of you, but that really resonates with some. And you can connect to those souls now. I think that might bring a lot of healing and soothing energy. I think it will help bring in more allowance too, like a gentler transition to because I think it's connecting to the truth. It's feeling. Oh yeah. I'll finish that sentence first. It's feeling the clarity, the truth. It's kind of an essence of, oh yeah, I'm not insane. Because you can pinpoint, oh, that was the feeling of my soul, and this is the feeling of their soul, and maybe for those of others of you, like, oh, that's their soul, that's their soul. Yeah. Oh, that's what didn't I say, like, you may be feeling dizzy at the start too? If this is something that's happening with your head in particular, it doesn't have to be your head, but I think for a lot of you, that's where it will be activating from. That's where the point of entrance and exit is. Sunshine Yellow Dragon being at the back feels like that. Yeah, both of their heads are touching. I really do feel... Okay, we'll get some cards, I think, in a bit to separate the souls. Yeah. But this is also making me think of, like, Sunshine being, like, the solar, the self, which just feels like... I've said that a lot. Like, this is understanding who you are, because it's not as simple then. It's not as simple as, like, just tapping into your soul, your body tapping into your soul, because there's multiple souls involved. Yeah, you might also feel a bit like in and out of it, like you're almost losing consciousness for some of you. And I do feel like reiterating that for some of you. I think that's why I was highlighting it earlier and didn't want to say it, because I think it's particularly true for you. That these messages, like what's going on with your life right now, it feels like are like just a bit of a jumble. Just a bit of like lots of things going on. Deer could be spirit animals that are helping you too, or that their essences, that the energy of deer are really connected to you right now. Similar vibrations. It's that letting in of higher energy. I feel a sense of you can breathe easy now. Beetle could also be something that you really... I heard like a rose beetle. Yeah, they could have really strong messages for you. It could really clarify, because I think the majority of what will provide the most ease for you is seeing and accepting the truth. There could be some cases where this isn't a soul swap, but it's something like I'm feeling like it's something I'm not even aware of that can exist. And I think that's what you're being called to invite in more of, like an openness to this being something you haven't experienced before, or something you weren't aware of existed. Something that it's like opening your mind to I guess more of the magic of life, but I don't really want to word it like that. I think you get what I mean though. If you don't, that's okay. Yeah, Aquamarine Dragon from Neptune enables you to access your deepest soul wisdom. Spirituality and wisdom are available to you. Develop your psychic abilities and receive ineffable soul knowledge. I'm gonna hold that up because that feels fitting. You're really tapping into the spiritual realm. And I think it's almost making the spiritual realm feel more tangible to you. Like, oh yeah, it's not like an elusive thing that you can't really fathom. It's something that you can... It's something real. I think that real feeling is something you're really coming to. You may feel a bit like odd and out of sorts, or like you need to accept, or like you're being called, like your soul is calling you to accept a truth that maybe once you didn't accept, or maybe you thought was crazy before, or that you're seeing other people not accept. But I just think that it's almost unquestionable for a lot of you. Like, it feels so peaceful and relieving to recognize the like multi-dimensionality of your current experience. It's almost like it is the logical situation. I also want to note, for some of you, you may feel drawn to listening to Pile Zero, or you've already come from Pile Zero. I was just imagining that like masculine part and the feminine. I was seeing the spider card. So we will see if there are any more animals from that deck that want to be used for you or come out to help. Come out with a message. I feel like some of you are like, okay, so what else exists if this exists? Okay, I'm feeling like clearing the table, and then we're gonna get cards for the different souls, so that you can maybe have help identifying and connecting to the different souls. Yeah, that's what that clean card was. It's the... You may also be soulless at this time. Like I was gonna say, like, you're in between. It's like the first soul has left and now you're a body listening without a soul. I don't know fully how all the different ways that soul swaps can happen, but that was the message that wanted to come through of there are loads of different ways that this experience can express itself. So yours in particular, there's like a sense of tapping into it yourself. And even if you haven't heard of this particular like condition in anyone else, it doesn't mean that it's not yours. Where's my animal deck gone? Oh, there. I do want to keep this in the center though, and we can use this as the point of reference for like the before souls and the after souls. Okay. Do we want to do before and after? Okay, I think I know what I'm gonna do. So the soul, the past souls, the souls that were in your body before. Okay, we have Puffin and Beetle. So I'm gonna say that there might be needing to use like intuition for this part. I keep needing to move. You also might feel like you're needing to like really like be mutable at this time. Like you might intuitively feel drawn towards different things. This could even be like different foods, different inputs, different everything's. Like there's a lot of change. Okay, and then the souls on the other side, the future souls, the ones coming in, or the later ones. Grey Squirrel. Are there any more? Okay, that's what we're gonna stick with. Magpie energy is also at the back. I feel like magpies could help you during this time also. Yeah, you may be noticing more magpies too. That could be a synchronicity for you. Oh my god. Look, I had accidentally put the masculine card. This is from the intro. This is literally from the pile 0. So again, if you feel drawn to pile 0, go to it. Maybe for some of you, meditate on pile 0 or on spider energy or masculine energy. Okay. And again, I feel like for some of you is a sense of really really choosing what your truth is and really accepting what you feel is true. And for some of you, choosing what you want to happen. Okay, so there's 3 souls that are coming through, but some of you, like, these are conjoined. So some of you may be feeling like the past is 2 souls or multiple souls, and some of you may be feeling like it's just one. Maybe one with a lot of different okay, so I'm gonna do this like this. In the past, either they were a soul of, and this one could be you. This soul has a determined spirit, very cooperative, loves others. If it's just one soul, then it's like very, very multidimensional, kind of weird, kind of oddball. Very, very loving, very in relationships. They love relationships. They love their family. They feel like they could go anywhere for their family. They also feel very close with their friends. I feel like the new soul has a very different idea of how they want to live than the past. They're more isolated, but also kind of louder, or there's a sense of humor that's coming through. There's a very different way of looking at life. They're more about the intellect, more about the mind, more not goal oriented. They want to rush towards the future, but they also they have a bit of a fire energy, and yet they also are very of the air element, and they do want to plan like very, very long term. It's like planning long term to the extent that it doesn't really feel long term. It's so light. And the former soul is far more in the dark, far more one. If this is 2, it's like one is very, I'm gonna read them as one maybe because they're kind of joined, so it's hard to separate anyway. It might be hard for you to separate these 2 energies. In the past is very like more work, like grueling work, like maybe doing something that didn't align with what brought them happiness. It was more for others. Again, I want to say there's more family orientedness here, whereas the future feels more for the self and more about exploration, more about learning, more about freedom, exploration, adventure. I want to say exploration more than adventure. The truth feels important. In the past, it's cozier. It's smaller, like the world is smaller. It's more like giving more like content, like less about expansion, more about enjoying the present. the types of food feel like stodgy, like more hearty foods, or more dense foods that are warming, maybe just the foods that were given to them. They kind of feel more like routine, like they do the same thing, cyclical. Whereas in the future it feels like that's really hard to do. This soul feels too in like moves by inspiration, that they can't really function if they're doing the same thing over and over again. It's like, even if they're doing the same thing, like researching the same subject, for example, they're always learning new things. Or there's a sense of it being very new still. I'm gonna drink some water. I feel like the future one feels more concerned with what they put in their body, like health-wise, it's lighter. Whereas the past, they may have been very they could have been. I'm seeing different circumstances, so take this as it resonates particularly. Some of them I was just seeing alcohol was a strong part of their life, but also that they may have liked working out, like they may have gone to the gym a lot, whereas the new soul feels less physically in their bodies, less physically athletically inclined, and more of the mind, more about intellect and intellectually stimulating, like fitness for the brain as opposed to fitness for the body. You may find that drinking water feels like a ritual during this. Like it helps you focus or cleanse or regains a sense of stability. I'm feeling like the moon might have a stronger effect on the new soul. Again, with that like inspired action, it's like they move with the cycles, whereas the previous soul feels like they have their set cycles. It's like they've created their own rhythm for themselves, or again, someone else has created a rhythm for them that they followed. Let's see if we can get a character card for each too. Okay, so the previous soul. This also could have been like, I'm seeing it like you could be the puffin, the one that really cares about community and relationships, and then there could have been a soul before you. I'm kind of seeing it like the level of in the body. So puffin could be you are the one in the body, which is beforehand. The future one is gray squirrel, which is starting to integrate within the body. But that depends. For some of you, you're not going to choose that. You're going to choose to stay within the body, but for some of you, you're going to choose to soul swap. And by the way, not everyone here has to feel like they have to choose. Some of you, this is happening very naturally. I think for everyone, it's like a subconscious choice anyway. Or it's like, yes, it's choosing. But there's different degrees of how that is chosen for all of you. Essentially, if what I said was fear-inducing, then you don't need to take that. The truth is something that allows you to relax, allows you to feel a sense of relief and truth. So this beetle could be a soul that came before you, that I'm not getting to say anything about them, which is weird. They may have been more about the family, the focus of the life, or they could have been also ostracized. Okay, yeah, I don't feel like getting into that for some reason. And also take that as it resonates. Maybe you felt like you were the grey squirrel, or that's what you were stepping into. I'm gonna put them like that. Move them up even. Okay. Any characteristics for the before soul? And any characteristics for the later soul? That's interesting, because I was thinking that humor, I said humor was something for the grey squirrel, but okay, why is Roger coming through? Yeah, I kind of feel like before you were very, in the past you were very mutable, in that you kind of melded to what people wanted of you. I think that might have been why, what made life so hard for you, that you weren't really living for yourself, you were living for others. Like, you had many masks, many characters that you played. Okay. Some of you might not even resonate with Soul Step In, though I feel like if you've made it this far you would, but one for the grey squirrel, yeah. What was I gonna say? You may not resonate with Soul Step In, but you may just resonate strongly with going through a big change, and regardless if you resonate with the soul being different, you just resonate with becoming like a new person. You're changing a lot. You're becoming more aligned with yourself, more confident in who you are. So this is Hikari, and she's like a hybrid. She's a cross between a human and a vampire. She feels so in her power. Makes me think that you allow yourself to be in supportive relationships with those who really give to you, really provide what is like soul nourishing for you, nourishing for who you are, like you in particular, your particular needs, and it's your choice to accept what you feel is most beneficial for you. There's a confidence that comes with really recognizing the truth of who you are, because in the past, Roger is the character who is he's everyone and he's no one. He does, it's not coming through with a strong sense of self. It's more adhering to other people's needs and not really knowing who you are or what you need, or knowing what you are and what you need, but not admitting it. The way I'm seeing it, so Roger is an alien who is like acting as if he's human, so he's being human in order to blend in with all the rest of the humans. But Hikari in the future is a vampire, a half vampire, but she doesn't try to blend in with, she doesn't try to pretend that she's not. She even has a sister who allows her to like suck her blood, I believe. Or at least like she like bites on her sister because it like soothes her teeth. So there's an acceptance of the true nature, and that true nature could be very different than the collective that you're a part of, because we could also take that like your family, like you could be very different from your family. And yeah, because within this world, it's not like it's a world of vampires or half vampires. It's like demi-humans are like half part humans. Like other races, other beings are still very rare. And it takes a lot to provide it takes more to provide like an atmosphere that is supportive for them, because society is generally like in support of the majority, but this feels like you are not the majority. So there's an essence of the future you really values your difference and allows yourself to be supported. Hikari is so supported and loved for the true her. And I want to say, in the past, nobody really knew who you were. And maybe you didn't fully know who you were either. Or maybe you just didn't want others to know. But there's such a liberation of just loving yourself in the future. And I want to say again, freedom. Freedom to be yourself. I'm hearing, how do you heal with a heart wide open? How do you something when you feel outspoken? Anything? I feel like you're simply processing a lot right now. So let's clear this again, and then do some sound healing and get more like advice cards, or like less clarity and more about support, like that. How can we support the unique you right here and now? Let's get some animal cards for while I do the sound healing. Independent. You are a natural healer. Your intuition is strong. You don't have to go with the crowd. Life supports you in every way. That feels so on point, right? Also, cats being like in between realms too. Like they're very inviting of spirit. It feels like. There's more message of like if you have cats surrounding you, their behavior might really bring clarity to you too. They might reassure you of the experience you're experiencing. But also that just like you don't have to go with the crowd was really, actually all of it, your intuition is strong, like trusting what your gut is telling you about yourself and about the experience you're going through. You're a natural healer. Yeah, this is something that is naturally occurring for you, and it doesn't have to be something that you forcefully go alone. Even though it's about independence, it's like I feel like that is what is liberating to hear, that you don't have to go by other people's standards, and that you can live the life that is supportive for you. You can choose yourself. Life supports you in every way. Yeah, so much. It's like life can support you if you choose for it to do so. I kind of feel these, but they're less so than the cat. Hey, look, it's puffing. There might be more, actually. I think I'll try and move this up so we can get them all in. Underneath, as opposed to on top. Any more? No, I do feel like that's it. There's a lot about uniqueness here. Moose. Shall we read moose? No. But moose can be like an awkward creature, but they're so grand. It's like who would want a moose to try and walk in any way that is not moose-like? There may be many, but the moose's walk is the moose's walk, and it's something so unique to it and so powerful. So we have Black Jaguar, Old Soul, which is just bringing me to that like soul swap. But shifting between realms. Also big cats again. But also it's really bringing me, I think, particularly why I put it over here instead of kind of with these ones. Black Jaguar card came out in Pile 0. So again, if you feel called to Pile 0, maybe if you already watched it, you're feeling drawn to watching it again. Or maybe at a late, I don't know. There's just something about Pile 0 that keeps popping up, I feel like. Then Puffin. Accept yourself and your powerful partnership was the word at the top. Then accept yourself and your colorful personality. Feel confident about being you. You are a joy bringer. Let your community nourish and protect you. Ask for help. Teamwork will give you the best results. Moose with wisdom. Let your head and mind reach the stars. Yet keep your feet grounded on the earth. Oh, yeah, that drawing out. Listen to the ancient wisdom in your soul. The ancestors speak through you. You know much. Oh, with Pile 0 also, it's like, I feel like for you, that strong masculine energy could be connecting to your body. Like that is the masculine, the body. And that is what enables you to, in part, there's so many messages. It's not just that, but this is one message of it. That is what enables you to bring forward that feminine energy, which for you I think is representing the soul. Like the body is the vessel, the physical vessel, the masculine, and then that spider is the feminine soul. Loon, intuitive. Listen to the song in your soul. Trust your intuition as you have a way of knowing. Emerge from the busy life and seek more solitude. Recognize that you are loved. Oh, recognize that you are unique and you are loved. Again, so much uniqueness, and practice humility to avoid jealousy. You were born to shine and inspire. Be grateful for life and more good things will come. Be true to yourself and recognize your brilliance. I can't stress enough the individuality that's coming through for you. You weren't created wrong. Some of you may see certain aspects of yourself as a burden or as a detriment, but it's what is so uniquely wonderful about you. And that there are energies, experiences, beings, others who can and want to support this part of you. And again, it could also just be saying like this, recognizing that this is a unique experience, and so like the needs you'll have at this time are not going to be the same as if you're just one soul walking through life ordinarily as one soul. Like you're transitioning souls, so that naturally will bring unique circumstances, unique desires, unique needs, and that's okay. It's okay to recognize the truth of your situation. Okay, I'm gonna bring just a couple of these cards, see if there are any more supportive energies for you during this time. Maybe energies that I'll channel a bit. Beach. That's funny. Beach tree is one of the experiences of a soul swap of someone else that I experienced or witnessed. Yeah, I witnessed a soul swap with someone who was transitioning from a beech tree to a human. Trees could be particularly significant. Ash, earth. I feel like showing these ones but not placing them down. Ash, earth, angels. Oh, you're so supported. I can feel so many, you might, if you're very spiritually connected to your guides too, you might feel like there are way more or way less than usual. Like there's a difference. It may not be like quantities, but it could also just be who is more closely surrounding you might be different at this time, because there are those who are like specifically helping you with this experience of swapping. Reptilians, Draco, and back to Ash. And Mermaid is at the back. Okay. Okay, I have some, I'm going to channel some things. I think it might be from Beech Tree. It's like part, I can't see what it is, maybe I'll see in a bit, but it's like to do with Beech Tree, but not specifically from Beech Tree. Adonis was iskade aiso odere ishina. Uyadoni uyatiatis jasu ene atuis dandies. Dandies unietege. Okay. Throughout that I felt like holding my hand, my left hand, over my heart. Kind of quite like pressingly. I really do feel like touching your body could, I don't know, could be something for you at this time. It's like it brings you clarity, I feel like. Because I think it taps you into the presence of what is going on for you. I think touching your body touches your soul. Okay, that's where I leave your reading, pile number 4. Touching your body touches your soul. Okay, I send you so much love, and I hope this can be an experience for you that that is pleasant in some way, or is like you that is joyful. That doesn't have to be completely, like, it doesn't have to be so struggle oriented or or painful. It can be something that's enlightening and awakening and feels magical and flows. Feels like you're becoming more alive. Yeah, blissful. Okay, I love you very, very much, powerful. See you in another reading if I do, or see you in another expression of life if not. Maybe I'm one of those guides that's helping you with this transition. Okay, I love you. Bye-bye.